Have you ever wondered why your cat immediately materializes out of thin air the second you mention the word food, but gives you a completely blank stare, maybe even a slow, judgmental blink when you ask them to please, for the love of everything, stop scratching the new couch? You are not alone. It's a scene that plays out in cat households across the globe every single day. But what if I told you they are listening? What if I told you that their apparent indifference is not ignorance, but a highly sophisticated form of communication? There's actual science behind what your cat understands, and a very logical, very feline reason for why they sometimes choose to ignore you. They are not just pets. They are quiet observers, constantly decoding our world on their own terms. Today, we're putting on our detective hats and diving deep into the science of feline psychology. We're going to reveal the 7 specific words your cat truly comprehends. And more importantly, we're going to unlock the secret to why they have such selective hearing. I promise you, the answer will change how you talk to your cat forever. And stick around, because the science behind word number 1 is a secret code that has been hiding in plain sight. First, before we get to the list, we have to establish a critical foundational fact, one that was confirmed by dedicated researchers at the University of Tokyo. Cats absolutely can distinguish human words from one another. They recognize them, they process them, and they associate them with outcomes. The science is settled on that. But here's the key difference, the part that explains everything. Think of dogs as the eager students in the front row of a classroom, their hands permanently in the air, desperate to please the teacher and get the answer right. They are wired for our approval. Cats, well, cats are the quiet geniuses in the back of the class. They are absorbing everything, they hear every word, they see every gesture, but they will only raise their hand and engage when the question is interesting enough to them. They are constantly, in every moment of every day, running a silent, complex cost-benefit analysis. As one of our brilliant viewers from the cat code community so perfectly put it, dogs have owners, cats have staff. And it's true. It's not that they don't understand your request. It's that they are actively deciding with that big, beautiful brain of theirs if responding to you is worth their time and energy. Is the potential reward greater than the comfort of their current nap? Is the consequence of ignoring you severe enough to warrant action? This selective acknowledgement isn't a flaw, it's a feature. It's a sign of their incredible intelligence and their independent evolutionary history as solitary hunters. They prioritize information that is relevant to their survival, their comfort, and their happiness. So, with that crucial understanding in mind, that we are not dealing with ignorance, but with genius-level discernment, let's break down the 7 words that almost always pass their very strict, very important filter. Let's start with a big one. Word number 7, their name. And as we'll see, their nicknames too. This might seem obvious, but the science behind it is fascinating. A landmark study published in the journal Scientific Reports demonstrated that cats don't just hear their name as another random sound, they prioritize it as an important, self-relevant signal. Even when spoken by strangers, cats show subtle but clear signs of recognition, a slight ear flick, a gentle tail twitch, or a slow head turn. It's their brain saying, "Okay, that sound pertains to me. What's next?" But unlike dogs who might come bounding over with joy, a cat's acknowledgement is often far more understated. They choose when and how to respond. Try it yourself. Call your cat's name in different tones. A neutral, flat tone might get you an ear flick. An annoyed tone might get you a pointed look that says, "I'll deal with you later." But a soft, happy, high-pitched tone, the one we naturally use when we see them, that's the one that's most likely to get a positive, physical response. Now, here's where we the staff can mess this up. One of our viewers, Andy, shared a wonderful insight. He said his cat recognizes her name Gabriella, along with all her nicknames, like Little Monkey, and, well, let's just say a less flattering one that he uses when she's being naughty. And that's the key. Cats learn all the sounds we associate with them, So here's the pro tip, and it's a critical one for building trust. Try your absolute best to not use their name for negative things. If you constantly yell, "Fluffy, no," or "Fluffy, get in the carrier," Fluffy is going to learn that hearing his name often predicts a bad time. He'll start associating his own name with stress, and he'll be much less likely to respond to it in the future. Reserve their name for love, for affection, for dinner time, for all the good things in life. All right, moving on from a word of identity to a word of negotiation. Word number 6 is no. Now this one is shocking to some people, but yes, cats absolutely understand the word no. They understand the sharp, prohibitive sound. It often mimics the hissing sound they use with each other to say back off. They get the message. They just process it very differently than a dog would. A dog hears no and thinks, "I must stop to please my leader." A cat hears no and thinks, "Okay, I have been presented with a new piece of data. Let me analyze it." Nah, seriously. They conduct that lightning-fast cost-benefit analysis. Their internal monologue goes something like this. My human has made the no sound. However, the joy I am currently experiencing from sharpening my claws on this exquisite tweed-like fabric is immense. What is the likely consequence of my continuing? A light spritz from the water bottle? Being gently picked up and moved? I think I'll risk it. The pleasure is worth the potential and minimal cost. Essentially, they are negotiating the terms of their behavior with you in real time. To make your no more effective, you have to change the math for them. Instead of just yelling, try a firm but calm, disappointed tone. Anger and shouting just create fear, not understanding. The real pro tip is to redirect. The moment they start scratching the couch, say a firm no, gently pick them up, place them in front of their scratching post, and when they use it, even for a second, shower them with praise. Say, "Good kitty," in your happiest voice. Now you've changed the equation. Now obeying no and doing the right thing leads to a much better outcome. You're not just stopping a behavior, you're teaching a better one. Speaking of better outcomes, that brings us to our next word, perhaps the most powerful word in the entire feline human dictionary. Word number 5, treat or food. This is the one word that seems to defy the laws of physics. You can whisper it from 2 rooms away, and suddenly you hear the frantic pitter-patter of tiny paws. This is pure, beautiful, classical conditioning at work. The word, a specific sound, has been so consistently followed by a delicious reward that the word itself becomes the trigger for an excited, happy, anticipatory state. Many of you in the community know this all too well. Deidre L9 shared that for her cat, treats are called yums, and she certainly reacts to it. It proves that it's not just one word, but whatever special sound you choose to associate with that reward. And of course, this extends beyond just words. As Leroy Y536 hilariously commented, his cat can hear a bag of dreamies opening from space. The rustle of the bag, the pop of a can lid, the specific creak of the cupboard where the food is kept, these are all part of the vocabulary of dinner time. So here's a fun pro tip to test your own cat's genius. Wait until they're sleepy in another room, and without moving or making any other sounds, just say your food-related word in a normal conversational tone. If they perk up, if their head snaps in your direction, or if they come running, you'll know for sure. It's not just the sound of the bag they recognize, they truly know the word. They've cracked your code. All right, quick pause. We are just over halfway through our list. If you believe your cat is a quiet genius, who is definitely, probably, most of the time listening to you, do us a favor and tap that like button. It lets us know you're a proud member of a cat's staff. Now we're heading into territory that might really surprise you. Word number 4 is good kitty, or any form of verbal praise. For decades, the common wisdom was that cats were aloof, that they didn't care about our praise like dogs do. We assumed food was the ultimate motivator. But science is proving that assumption completely wrong, and it is so heartwarming. A truly surprising study from Oregon State University presented cats with a choice between 4 different types of stimuli: food, toys, scent, and human social interaction. And what did the majority of cats prefer? More than food? More than toys? They chose us. They chose praise and petting from their favorite person. So when you say, "good job," or "you're such a good kitty," in that soft, loving tone, they aren't just hearing meaningless words. They are analyzing the entire package. Your gentle tone, your relaxed body language, your slow blinking eyes, and the positive energy you're sending their way. As Deidre L9 shared with us, when she tells her sweet cat that she's loved, the cat responds by purring deeper and louder. That is direct communication. That is her saying, "I understand, and I feel the same." The pro tip here is simple but powerful. Be lavish with your verbal praise. Don't save it for just big moments. When your cat uses the litter box, tell them they're a good kitty. When they greet you at the door, tell them how happy you are to see them. This constant stream of positive, verbal affection is one of the most powerful and completely free tools you have to strengthen your bond and make your cat feel secure, loved, and understood. From a word of praise, we move to a word of invitation. Word number 3 is come. Now, cats don't have the instinct to come when called like a pack animal would, but they are absolutely brilliant learners. A study by the charity International Cat Care found that cats can be trained to respond to the phrase "come here" with up to 80% reliability. If, and this is a very big if, it is consistently paired with something rewarding. This is where so many of us go wrong. We use the come command for everything. We call them to us to give them a treat, and then, 5 minutes later, we call them to us to stuff them into the carrier for a trip to the vet. This sends a confusing, mixed message. The cat's brain thinks, okay, the come sound has a 50% chance of leading to something awful. I don't like those odds. I'm staying put. The pro tip is to make the word come sacred. It must be a holy word in your house that only predicts good things. Come means dinner is served. Come means the laser pointer is about to make an appearance. Come means cuddles on the couch. Never ever use it for a bath, for medicine, or for anything they dislike. If you need to do something unpleasant, you must go to them. By protecting the positive association with that one word, you build a powerful foundation of trust, and you'll be amazed at how much more reliably they respond. All right. We're nearing the end of our list with a word that speaks to your cat's deep-seated need for order. Word number 2 is bedtime. This might be one of the most unexpected words on the list, but countless cat owners will swear by it. Cats are masters of routine. They are creatures of habit who thrive on predictable schedules. And bedtime isn't just a word, it's a powerful audio cue that signals an entire sequence of events is about to begin. It means the noisy part of the day is over. It means the lights are going down. It means a quiet, cozy time, perhaps with a final snack or some gentle petting, is imminent. We had a viewer share an incredible story about their cat who uses the grandfather clock in their home to keep his daily schedule. The moment it strikes 5 p.m., he runs to the fridge and meows for dinner. That cat has learned a nonverbal cue for his routine. You can do the same thing with a verbal one. So the pro tip is to create and reinforce your own bedtime cue. Every single night, as you begin your wind-down routine, say the word bedtime in a calm, soothing voice. This consistent pattern helps regulate their internal clock. It can significantly reduce those late-night zoomies because it signals to them that this is now a time for rest, not for play. They learn the word means relaxation and comfort are coming, and many will even start following you to the bedroom, ready to settle in. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. The number one word your cat understands. It's a word you've probably used without even realizing the deep, primal science behind it. Word number 1 is ps, 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 ps. Ps, 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 ps. That's right. That strange, universal cat-calling sound we all instinctively make. It's not just gibberish, it is a piece of ancient auditory code. And the reason it works so well is pure science. The sharp, high-frequency, sibilant sound of ps 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 closely mimics the chittering, rustling sounds of rodents and other small prey moving through grass or leaves. When your cat hears this sound, it bypasses their logical cost-benefit analyzing brain. It doesn't need a positive association. It taps directly into something much deeper: their hardwired primal prey drive and their intense curiosity. That sound flickers a switch in their brain that says, "Wait, what was that? That sounded small, fast, and maybe delicious. I must investigate immediately." It's a code that has been passed down through generations of hunters. And the final pro tip for this master word? It works best when they can't see you. Make the sound from around a corner or in another room. This enhances the mystery. Their brain doesn't just hear the sound, it now has a puzzle to solve. Where is that intriguing critter-like sound coming from? It's almost impossible for them to resist the urge to come and find out. So, as we've seen, it's clear our cats understand so much more than we often give them credit for. They are not just passively living in our homes, they are active participants, constantly listening, learning, and trying to decode our strange human world. They have a rich inner life, a complex emotional landscape, and with a little patience and a lot of love, we can begin to learn their unique language. The ultimate proof of this, the thing that shows just how deep this connection can go, came from a beautiful story shared by one of our viewers, Lori Source Stuff. She told us that when her cat wants something and she can't figure out what it is, she will simply say, "Take me and show me." And her cat will understand. He will physically lead her to the food bowl, or to the treat box, or to the litter box. That's not just understanding a word. That is a two-way conversation. That is a shared language built on trust and love. That is the soul bond that another viewer mentioned. It's the magical, unspoken connection that makes sharing our lives with these incredible quiet geniuses so profoundly special. If you enjoyed cracking the code with us today, do us a huge favor and hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to become an official cat code detective. You won't want to miss what we uncover next. And now, for the big question we're dying to ask our community. What's the most surprising or unique word that your quiet genius understands? Share your amazing stories in the comments below. We truly love reading them. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.